What is up, beautiful people? It is your wolf brother Methos from the channel Frost and Fist, and your favorite wolf brother is happy to welcome you to Wolf Brother Wednesday. So, first thing on Wolf Brother Wednesday, I want to do my update in the hobby. So this week, Warhammer 40k, the first thing out of the gate is I skipped game night. That's usually the first thing I like to tell you about, is what kind of games I played and who I played against. Whether I did well, did awesomely, or got stomped. And I can't tell you that this week because I stopped by the hobby shop just long enough to tell the guys, hey, you know, I wanted to speak with Shroud, and then after that I had to tell the guys, not sticking around, I'm going to go home and do some hobby. Because Shroud had a tournament on Saturday, and he wanted to be able to use his bikes, and I wanted to be able to deliver. Now, let me just go ahead and put it out there. Shroud told me I did not have to do that, and he would find some way to play without the bikes, even if it meant borrowing our man Zai, Metal Coat Gaming, his Ravenwing bikes to proxy him for the tournament. And I said, no way. I personally would feel bad if I didn't do everything in my power to get my customer what he wanted. So I took a night off of the game night just to put into the hobby, and that actually made me feel better about myself as a painter. And honestly, I had an awesome time. I mean, you know, I hung out with my beautiful wife and the kids, and we watched some Harry Potter movies, which I'd already seen them, but I got to watch them again, this time with my, my beautiful wife and the kids. And I did painting all throughout while I was watching them, and then I stayed up and pulled an all-nighter, an all-night hobbying. I was up until the sun rose and didn't stop. In fact, at 7 a.m., my brother got off work. You guys know Darklight Dreamer. And just a quick plug for my brother. If you guys like video games, you enjoy any Let's Plays, please go check out the channel Darklight Dreamer. You'll find it in the description below. Anyways, every Saturday morning, Darklight and I go have coffee with another one of our awesome friends. His name's Kilo. And we get together at our local Starbucks, which is literally right across the street from my brother's job. And we go have coffee every Saturday morning. And it's been not as delicious lately, doing the low carb, low sugar thing. I just, hey, give me a black coffee, but it's still about hanging out with cool people and have a good time. Anyways, so I hobbied all night, okay, watching movies, and then after my beautiful wife went to bed, I tried to catch up some on my YouTube feed, so I watched YouTube videos, did some commenting in between painting, and I just steady worked on those bikes. And then went and had coffee with my brother, came back, picked up breakfast for Tiff and the girls, because that is super important, and I did not want to get kilted before going and turning in my bikes. My beautiful wife is sitting right over here giving me the eye, mentioning that she would have kilted me. Anyways, that's how badly she would have killed me, is because I can't even pronounce it correctly. She would have kilted me. So I had to go pick up breakfast for Lily and the girls, and after we got back from breakfast, I put in more work on the bikes. I think it was down to just a few things, like I needed to pin wash, I needed to do the lenses on the Space Marines, the lenses on their eyes, and then like I said, pin wash with some of that non-oil gloss, and then seal it with a matte varnish, because I had the blues with this. I used a Vallejo primer over the Forge World resin, and it just did not want to stick. I had all kinds of edges rubbing off, so there was plenty of places I had to go back and reprime, repaint a little bit, touch-ups. So anyways, I had to do some minor touch-ups there, and then I matte varnished and sprayed the crap out of those models, because I did not want any paint chipping away the first day that my client is playing with them at a big tournament. That would have been horrendous. I did not get finished with the bikes, but I got like 90% finished. So the bases aren't done, and the decals aren't done, and I'll show you some pics in just a moment. But that's all I got to do, is the bases and the decals. So instead, I blue tacked the bikes onto the bases, because I wanted to be able to put those trademark brake bases that the whole army is done up in, so it would match the army. I just blue tacked them down for now, I turn him in that way and let him play that way. And this week I'll go back and do the brick bases, put the decals on, the Night Lord's decal on my right, their left shoulder, and then the gold, you know, those gold looking brass Aquila decals that represent the Imperium will go on the other shoulder blade. I really like those things because it really has a great look to them, and it helps signify that, you know, Shroud's Night Lords are loyalists. They are just a pain to get to glue because it's like they resist super glue until it touches the super glue in your finger. Then all of a sudden it loves super glue. Anyways, I digress. So I spent a whole night hobbying, and I feel like I've gained a level as a hobbyist or a commission painter that way, because and it was just kind of a cool little experience, you know, dedicating the whole night, all of my focus into that. I was up for way more than 24 hours because I had gotten up at 6 o'clock that morning to go teach a class, and hobbied all through the night. Went and had coffee with Darklight at 7. That's 25 hours. Okay, met Shroud at the tournament at 11. Then couldn't get to sleep. Then went home from that, and I made a promise to my beautiful Lily and told her I was going to take her to get a kitty that day, and that's absolutely what I did. I went home while my wife was getting ready. I took me a short little nap, maybe what, 30 minutes, 40 something, 30-40 minutes, and then I was up again, and we went to the local shelter had a mobile donation station outside of the local Petco, and we managed to adopt us a new kitty, and I'll show some pictures of her right here. Her name is Sombra, our gray little shadow, and she's the newest member of our family. Also going on in the hobby, started a little bit of my Frostgrave stuff, did nothing big. I was watching Darklight Dreamer's Let's Play of a really cool game called Layers of Fear. Really great game, got a great creepy vibe to it. And he was doing the DLC, the downloadable content, for the expansion pack called Inheritance. And while we were watching him play that, I managed to get, I got together my 9 skeletons that are going to be part of our co-op for the Dark Alchemy, and I put them on little bitty bases. They're tiny slaughter bases, but I'm going to tape the bottom and fill the top with, fill the top of the base with rocks and sand, maybe little tufts of grass, so that way they'll blend in a little bit. But I just wanted them to have more than just that hard plastic base that those Bones miniatures come on. Also, I haven't really started on my army yet, but I do have my wizard coming on the way from the awesome guy, Kablams. And if you're interested in Frostgrave content or Gorka Morka Orc content, go check out Kablam's channel, because he's got some amazing work. And he scratch builds so much cool terrain out of mostly styrene and plastic card. Check him out. But he's sending me a wizard to start my warband. To start Lily's warband, I picked up a couple of Reaper miniatures that I thought suited her perfectly. I picked up a Lady Knight, you'll see, and then I also picked her up a Lady Archer, and I think those fit her very well. She also, when we were picking out little models to represent ourselves in a Dragon Age campaign that I once ran as a GM, she picked out a picture of a rogue model too from Reaper, and that's probably going to become one of the thieves or treasure hunters in her warband as well. So she's got a pretty good start to her warband, and I'll show some pictures of her models. And we're slowly making it there. I can't wait till our rule book comes in. I actually am officially placing the order tonight, because the first time I tried to order the book, there was a complication and I got my refund back. But I'm going to try and order the book again through Amazon tonight, and hopefully I'll get that soon. So that is my hobby update for the week. First priority is slapping some Night Lord and Imperium decals on those bikes and making them look good. Resealing them, because that would be horrible for those decals to get smudged off, especially the brass one. And then after I do that, of course, I'm going to work a little more on my Frostgrave stuff. But I've got a Contemptor Dreadnought from Shroud that he wants to add to his army next. And that one's really cool because I've mentioned on the channel before that to honor me for doing such a good job with his army, he named his anniversary Space Marine after me as Brother Methos. Unfortunately, that model has gotten killed every game. I have died over and over and over again. If you watch the show Supernatural, there's an episode where Dean dies a million times in the same episode and keeps coming back. That was me. A lot of times because he gets focused, because people don't want to deal with the disintegrator weapon. But sometimes though, it's rolling gets hot on my own disintegrator weapon and having it blow up on in my face. So since the anniversary is not really working out for Shroud, he said he's going to honor me in another way and consider that Marine deads, D-E-D deads. And he's going to, as most Dreadnoughts are born, he's going to have that soul transferred into this Contemptor Dreadnought. And I'm going to serve the Loyalist Night Lords that way. So I'm going to be working on that for the commission, my next part of the commission, putting out that Contemptor Dreadnought. You know, Brother Methos Reborn, and Shroud said he's going to call him Brother Methos the Undying, I believe. I could be remembering that incorrect. But that's going to be cool. That's a nice little piece of fluff that I've heard my way into. That'll be nice, and there's going to be the Contemptor Dreadnought armed with an assault cannon that will be his anti-infantry to deal with thinning the numbers down on the enemy side. I've been playing with magnetization a lot lately. I might try and experiment with some magnetization just in case you need some extra firepower. And just because I like to play. Also coming up on my commissions, hold that thought. Also coming up in my commissions, recently you saw me turn in a couple of Dark Angels sergeants for a bro of mine named James. And he was so pleased with that work, I immediately got another two pieces of commission. And boom, Forge World, baby, that you totally can't see because, oh, there we go. So I have here the Legion Praetor Tribune in Tartaros Terminator armor, and a Legion Primus Medicae in Cataphracti Terminator armor. I'm really excited to paint these models because I've been looking at them online, and I just didn't think I would get the opportunity to paint up something like this. And this is going to be cool. There's so much detail and texture on the Legion Primus Medicae that this is going to be a test of skill, but it seems like it's going to be, both of these models seem like they're going to be a lot of fun. And how about that? A glaive from Forge World resin that is actually not all bent to hell. I'm excited about that just by itself. So that's what's going on in the hobby, guys. Next thing I want to update you guys on is my health. I've been doing real well on the diet lately. I am down 8 pounds, which I'm feeling good about. And I've stuck to the low carb, low sugar. I've had my first cheat meal, even though it's actually something within the confines of my diet. I mean, I'm trying to keep a lower calorie count, and I actually sacrificed one meal so that way I could stay within my calorie limit. And I kept it low carb, low sugar. My coworkers, once a month we got to Red Robin for a supervisor meeting, and I had a burger there, but I got it done protein style on multiple pieces of lettuce, no bread whatsoever, and I had it with a side salad and not having fries. Which, by the way, Red Robin has some amazing, excellent, endless, bottomless fries that you can get with campfire sauce, and that's amazing. So I had willpower to not, give in to those endless fries. So it was cool that I got to have, a piece of my, that little piece of luxury without giving in and breaking my diet. Now I will be taking an official cheat meal this coming Saturday, because Freak and I are finally getting a chance to celebrate having hit 200 plus subs now. And he promised me when we get to 200, we were going to do a sushi party. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So we'll be getting together, my family, his family, Darklight Dreamer is going to be joining us, and it's going to be a lot of good times. We were definitely going to take some opportunity to record some of that, and we're going to take the opportunity to show you some of that, some of the sushi we're going to be stuffing our faces with, and some of the karaoke we're going to be doing, and it's just going to be good times. And I would say I'm going to be drinking my butt off because it just seems like the right environment. But first of all, I have an hour drive back from his place, and second of all, I just can't drink anymore. So, you know. But I'd like to say, it just seems like something I should be drinking for. So, that's really exciting. The reason why that's a cheap meal, sushi, typically pretty healthy stuff, but you know, because the rice is white carbs, I'm not exactly supposed to have that. One night's not going to kill me, especially for a celebration. Now, next thing is, on Wolfbrother Wednesday, the pack of the Wolfbrother. So, couple of awesome pack brothers did some awesome things for me this week. First of all, Tim Moat sent me his Space Wolf list and showed me another way to play Space Wolves, and he tends to play actually a shootier Space Wolf army, keeping, you know, he plays a lot of tanks and lots of land speeders to jink and guard the tanks, and pelts his enemy from afar with lots of firepower. He allies in Imperial Guard and smashes them with, you know, whirlwind firepower, Leman Russ firepower. I mean, it's pretty impressive. I was reading, it's a pretty impressive list, and you know, lots of firepower and devastation. Of course, what's the weakness for, you know, having a tank-based army is when people get in close to smash up the tanks. But then he keeps a wolf and murder pack back behind the tanks to beat up his opponents as they get near. And I thought that was really cool because you don't see a Space Wolf army that can sit in a corner and just blast the hell out of somebody, right? So I thought it was a very neat concept. And he says he wins more than he loses. So, you know, eventually I may have to, you know, try a little Imperial Guard and just to see what that list is like. Because my preferred playstyle is to run across the field and smash someone in the face. But it's not the only way to play. And I definitely find myself at a disadvantage when I play against shooty armies like the Tau. So this might be a better way to help me survive. I don't know. It'd be worth checking out at least. And so that's what Pack Brother Tim did for me. Also, Brother Steve over at Who Took My Dice Miniature Wargaming put out a video this week. Go check him out at Who Took My Dice. And he did an update on his Sons of Guilliman and Russ. That is his Ultramarine / Space Wolf army, and they're coming along. They are looking good. Please do me a favor, go check out his channel and see the update on that, because he is a battle brother, a pack brother, and you know, I definitely want everyone to be able to show my Wolf brother some love. Speaking of love for a Wolf brother, I want you guys to go check out a channel, and I'm probably going to butcher this, and I apologize in advance. Although I'm a teacher, so I reserve the right to butcher people's names accidentally. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I apologize if I mispronounce this. My brother, if you would let me know the right way to say your YouTube name in your next video, that would help a Wolf brother out greatly. But I want you to go check out the channel called Kuja Hyra, which I will leave a link to in the description below. And the Wolf brother gave me the coolest shout out during a recent video of his, and I was just blown away. He said, you know, the Pack Brother here collects a lot of different armies, but he said that the reason he started collecting Space Wolves specifically was after watching, you know, because watching me play Space Wolves here on the channel, and apparently he likes the way that, you know, the way that they fight, you know, the way that they run. So I thought that was just the coolest shout out. Just knowing that I've inspired somebody in the hobby. So, my man, much love to you. He's got some upcoming tutorials like his Fenrisian Wolves. He's getting a start collecting box for his Space Wolves, which we all know comes with some Thundercav, and so that'll be probably, I'm sure, a cool tutorial and update there. And he sent me some pictures this week of his finished Space Wolf. That was a working project that I showed on the channel last week, and I'll show you some pictures there. And Fenrisian Wolf that he recently did for his tutorial. So really exciting stuff. Great content on his channel. You know, like I said, everything from painting tutorials, model showcases, and he even does Let's Plays on his channel. So go check out my Pack Brothers. And if you guys aren't subscribed to Steve from Who Took My Dice or to Kuja Hyra, your Wolf brother would honestly consider a personal favor and go give them some love. Now, Kuja Hyra asked a question in his video and asked for some responses. So I will do a specific video for that video response, you know, to go up. And so I will do a specific video for a video response in answer to that question. I encourage you guys to go answer that question as well. And his question that he did put out on his channel is, out of all of your armies, what is your favorite unit and why is that your favorite unit? Now, that's pretty cool because we all have our picks, right? And if you'll go check out his video, again, I'm going to link that video in the description below, but he'll explain, he'll tell you his pick and explain why that's his favorite. And in my video response, I'll explain the same. And in talking about questions of the week, brings me to Wolfbrother Wednesday's question of the week. And so, I told you guys about me staying up all night hobbying. Okay, so from the time I got home from the game store, around, let's say, 7:30, maybe by the time I finished eating, 8 o'clock, from 8 to 7 the next morning, an all-nighter in the hobby. I want to know about you guys. What is the longest hobby session you've ever had? Okay, I know we're all crack addicts in this hobby, and we got to get that crack on. We got to get, oh, that's a British term, crack on. Anyways, so we all got to, you know, get the hobbying down, and we can all be kind of addicted or very focus driven. So I want to know, what's your longest hobby session? And as a bonus question, not even hobby related, what is the last all-nighter that you've pulled? Keep it clean, guys. It's a family channel. Alright, guys, if you liked this Wolfbrother Wednesday, then grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. And drop me down some comments below letting me know the answers to your questions for Wolfbrother Wednesday. Or even pick it up in your own YouTube series this week. Feel free to answer my question, especially if you do a Q&A or anything like that. Or sit and talk. Or drop me comments down below about anything you want to talk about. Even if you're just saying hi to your Wolfbrother, the Wolfbrother loves to talk to you guys. You know, chatting with his YouTube friends is honestly one of the best parts of the Wolfbrother's day. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, then this Wolfbrother would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist. Until next time, guys, stay frosty.